Welcome to the Two Random Podcast. Tired of subscribing to 100 different podcasts?
Yeah.
SirXpress and Ispeakmotivate eliminate boredom while giving you their commentary on breaking news, movies, music, and so much more.
Going down, man.
Subscribe today and rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts now.
I always follow them.
Random is the only solution. Two Random Podcast starts in 3, 2, 1.
Hello. I'm Ispeakmotivate.
And I'm SirXpress.
And today we are going to talk about vinsanity, half man, half amazing.
The best in the world.
At 6'6", 220 pounds, he was the number 5 overall draft pick in round 1 by the Golden State Warriors. You guys, if y'all saw the headlines recently, who is this what we're talking about?
We are talking about Vince Carter, who is going to be playing his last season ever for the Atlanta Hawks. If y'all don't know, vinsanity is the one who put his arm in the rim during the dunk contest.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It was the dopest scene back then. Now everybody could do it, but back then he was the only one that did it.
That's super cool. So basically, guys, you know, he's making history because by doing this 1-year contract with the Hawks, he's going to be the only one. Right now, he's tied with 4 other players for the longest seasons in the NBA. Doing this, he'll be 22 years, 22 seasons in the NBA, which is such a cool feat. And it's interesting that he did choose the Hawks to go to. Some fans, I was just looking at reviews of things that people were saying. Some fans were discouraged that he didn't go back to the Raptors, where he first played originally for 7 seasons. But then it's like, you know, sometimes it's just business and you can't get the contract together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just cool because with the Atlanta Hawks, they have a lot of young guys. There are about 7 that's under the age of 22. So with his 22 seasons of experience, he can let them know what the game is about, what the NBA is about, the longevity of staying in the game.
When you've been in the league as long as their voice has been alive.
Right. So you know he has wisdom, which is cool. Only thing is he going to try to get the championship with the Hawks? Because think about it. He's at least getting this one stat where he's along with the longest seasons ever with 22 seasons. Do you think the Hawks can pull it off to make him get this ring, this title? Do you think?
I really don't. I hate to say it. But if he was trying to do it for a title, I don't think he would have went to the Hawks. Just because I don't think they're, there to be able to get there. I don't know if they're there to get to the playoffs. If they get to the playoffs, hey, more power to you. But out of the East, I see the Brooklyn Nets going out. So I do not see him being able to get a championship by being with the Hawks. Now, if he was maybe to get traded and go to a Super Bowl contending team, like maybe Super Bowl Finals contending team,
Like Warriors or something.
like the Warriors, Clippers, even the Lakers, they might make the playoffs this year. I mean, they didn't last year, but they got some different players this year, so they might. But even the Lakers. So if he was to go there or go to Brooklyn, play with Durant and Kyrie, yeah, I could definitely see them coming out. But With the Hawks, I can't see it. What about you?
You know, as some of you listeners, random listeners know, is that I am for the underdog. Where it seems like there's no hope, I'm here for you guys. I really feel like...
Are you saying that because you from here?
Yeah, I am. Yeah. But not only that, even if they came from somewhere else, this is a situation. If you got heart and you listen and apply the skill, because Vince Carter, he's going to be very knowledgeable. He's going to be giving you the truth. He's going to take you to school. It's going to be your choice whether or not you're going to pass the test, pass the quiz, pass the quizzes that go by. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he played for many teams, so he can know different cultures of what's going on in different locker rooms. So he can kind of tell you, oh, this coach teaches this way, so he'll have such and such do this or such and such do that, or whatever the case. You know what I mean? Even though coaches and players change, but still, he'll know the overall culture and be able to assist you guys just based off. It's a part of him now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 22 seasons in the game, like the NBA is part of your soul now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because out of the 21 seasons, 11 playoffs. He went to the playoffs 11 times. So that's a good. It's a pretty good amount there for the 22. It's half the time he's been in there. So for me,
and a lot of it was because of him.
Huh?
A lot of them getting to the playoffs was because of him. He was really, really good. He got older, started to phase out, but like most older cats do.
Yeah, because you can't, do as much on the field as you would like. And so, he played for the Raptors, of course, like we discussed, the Nets, the Magic, Suns, Mavericks, Grizzlies, Sacramento Kings, Hawks. So he knows the culture. He knows the NBA. He knows the politics. He knows, what to do on the court, off of the court. How to encourage the team within the locker room. His legacy will be there. Just like we were talking about the Tim Duncan thing. I believe that seasoning, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to your food, you need the seasoning, okay? With him, he's the seasoning on top of the Hawks. So all you got to do, mix them all up together, put that seasoning on top, they're going to be fire. Now, it all comes down to listening, and they have to work harder than they ever worked before in their lives. And they have to study their opponents. Watch every clip, every video. Watch them and study their opponents on every game, on every team that they're going against. So you can know what their strengths, what are their weaknesses. Oh, he tends to veer off to the right a little bit when he does this. Oh, he tends to veer off to the left. So you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So we can get this. But the situation is like they can't do it, but they have to put in hard work. You can't practice regular. If you practice regular, like you do, you're going to get your regular results that you get every season. If you go against the grain and, like I say, study your opponent, and not only that, study yourself, figure out your own weaknesses. When you see yourself on film, penalize yourself, criticize yourself, ask the people in the locker room, because a lot of people can see stuff that you can't. So another player be like, man, bro, what am I doing? So they can help you to like, man, you usually do this when you about to shoot, and people realize your eyes is going down, and we notice you about to pass the ball. or what have you, you giving the signal, even though you don't know you're giving the signal, but the opponents see that you're giving the signal because they study your films and study you. So you got to know your strengths. You got to go know your weaknesses so you can minimize those. And so then your team is maximized during that whole process. For me, they can't win. Anything is possible. But like I said, you cannot practice like regular. And you can feel like you're practicing hard all you want. But you have to practice hard and smart. Like truly study people. You know what I'm saying? And your teammates.
So you basically are saying that you feel like he's gonna be a coach on the court. He's gonna be that person that they can look up to or go talk to, who can help them grow and be better as a team, things of that nature.
Yes.
Okay.
He was an all-star, winning an all-star game 7 times. You know what I'm saying? So it was like he knows what's going on. He knows the game. You know what I'm saying? He's not vinsanity, half man, half amazing for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He can leave a legacy. And the thing is, the coolest thing about this is, coming from a person that's very competitive, to me, it's better to be on a team that consistently losing because nobody expects nothing from you. Mm-hmm. And then y'all kill it. Y'all have this master plan to dominate the whole season. That's the best place to be to me. When people underestimate you, man, we ain't looking for the Hawks. That is the biggest bang that Vince Carter can do. I hope he does it. That's what I want to happen because I love when underdogs dominate. But that's just me personally.
I mean, again, I get what you talk about. I understand. So, I definitely feel like he would be a great person for them. I just don't see him winning a championship this year with them. Mm-hmm. But you guys, tell us what you think, because going from Rookie of the Year in 1999, he played in the Olympics, won so many dunk contests, especially the one in 2000. Does he deserve a farewell tour for his retirement season? I mean, he's made this record, but he's never gotten a championship. Does he deserve the farewell? D-Wade got a farewell, but he's won championship. Dirk Nowitzki got a farewell. He has won a championship. So, I don't know. I believe, though he didn't win the championship, he does deserve it because he's been that good.
Right. It's not him shooting the ball and winning for the team. Like, he can't play every position on the court. Now, people can't argue it's like 22 seasons, bruh. Like, what's going on? Like, right. You know what I mean?
You ain't think to jump on some good team.
Right. But then again, that's a business move. His contracts. Maybe some people, he could be a person that he's not there for the wins per se. He's there for the love of the game. So it doesn't matter that it would be cool if he won a title. But maybe he's just one of those people where, okay, longevity means something to me. And that's why he's doing this 22 seasons. He was like, since I may not be able to get the NBA title, the stat that I will get above everyone is the longevity of 22 seasons. And that's why I think he is doing this extra year. Just so he has one stat, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That stands alone.
Yep.
So, you guys just tell us what you think. Do you think the Hawks can dominate? Because some people, like I think someone on ESPN said, oh, maybe not this year for the Hawks, but maybe next year. Or something of that nature. So